Hello everyone, and today I saw Jurassic World, and I'm gonna make this video, of course. It's uploaded here on Sunday, and I'm going to make a spoiler-filled video, just like I did with The Hobbit. And this like I said before on my Jurassic Park review of the very first movie, of course, I love the film. Sequels, take it for what you want. I don't know, they were never really that great. So, of course, seeing this film, making my reviews, my thoughts on the first trailer that came out in December, then the Super Bowl trailer that came out, all the way up to where it was this film. Of course, I was really excited. I was really pumped. Really pumped. I have a T-Rex shirt. A T-Rex bone shirt. I was really pumped to see this movie. And, I think before I saw this movie, this week yesterday, for a full week, I was thinking, I am really excited. I'm really gonna be all this type of stuff for it. But I'm like, do not let that get in the way. Do not let this blind you. Don't forget, you could end up hating this film. This film could suck in your view. This could be bad. So, last few days, I'm in very divided. I'm like, I really want this to be great. I really want this to be great. But then again, it's like, I will understand it if it's bad. It's kind of like the opposite of The Hobbit, where my hype for it was kind of blinded, and I totally just geeked out towards The Hobbit, saying praiseworthy things for that movie. Granted, I will do the same thing for this movie, which kind of leads into what I will say. It's like, did this film disappoint me or not? No. I freaking love this movie. I'm gonna say this, that this is basically gonna be last year's Godzilla, whereas no one will see this eye to eye. This is probably like I said before, this is this year's 2014's Godzilla. It's no one will agree on what they think of it. It won't be like this year's Boyhood or anything, or whatever, or Birdman. No one will ever praise this film. But it's a film where everyone will see it on a different view. I think for most people, this film was emotionally good, but they do give criticisms, and I understand those criticisms. But yeah, for most of this film, I really loved it. I was just going into thinking, I want to have a great, big, fun disaster dinosaur movie that can at the very least, be better than the second and third. And of course, like what I said before, it definitely does take it much 100% better than the second and third. It is better than The Lost World and the third. It is incredible. I just really love this film. Of course, with The Hobbit and Godzilla, is that I'm not saying I don't get the negativity with it, because I kind of do. I do, but I'm gonna let the inner fanboy out. The action I thought was incredible. The action was incredible. The effects were astonishing, in my opinion. I thought they were absolutely astonishing. There's points where they showed a lot of detail. They showed a lot of the structure. I thought those were really great. I love the effects. There's a few shots where I'm like, Oh, Jesus Christ, the phone. Fuck off. But I really did like the effects. I would say for 85% of the time, 85-90% of the time, I would say the effects were absolutely great. I loved them. Yeah, I thought the structure was really great. I love how you kind of start off with these two kids, Ty Simpson's character and his older brother, played by Nick Robinson. Like, you know, it really starts off with them and like them going onto this island, and they see their aunt played by Bryce Dallas Howard, who is kind of like this science neurologist type of character who takes care of the security-esque kind of feel there. And then you have Chris Pratt as basically the trainer of the Raptors, or as I like to call him, the Raptor Whisperer, which that's mine, that Raptor Whisperer. Like, I love that. I love Chris Pratt in this movie. He was so funny. I think a lot of people were wanting to see Chris Pratt Guardians of the Galaxy in this movie, but it's like, no, he really has to diversify himself. Like, people say, oh, he played this movie straight. Of course. Do you want Star-Lord in this movie, or do you want Chris Pratt being smart and versatile in this role? And I think he really played it well. Yeah, it was a bit weird that he would it would be kind of weird if he played super straight-faced, but he did have fun, and I believed him in this role. And Bryce Dallas Howard, I thought she was exceptional in this movie. I thought she was incredibly great. Of course, like, yeah, I thought she was great. The kids, I thought, were really good. Like, a lot of people will be different here, but I really love the kids. Like, Ty Simpkins, that's his name, who was also in Iron Man 3 and Insidious and Insidious 2. I thought he was really good. In my opinion, I thought he really knew how to portray that real young innocence, of real wide-eyed wonder, like how, well, I don't know, kids would actually act towards dinosaurs. Like, they would act like, whoa, holy crap, there's a T-Rex, there's a Stegosaurus, there's a Brachiosaurus, there's raptors. Like, it's like, that's how a kid would act. Then you have the older brother, who is a bit more, obviously, structured, but his brother was kind of like more like the quiet type who would be checking out the girls, who would be on technology. He's kind of like the reminiscent of teenagers today. Is like, I love that. That was some really funny commentary. It's like they kind of addressed that, you know, that people were kind of growing old, adjusting dinosaurs. They need to make it bigger, better, and more. And it's like you see them, a bunch of them in their seats, like this Mesosaurus feeding thing that you see in a trailer, and like when you see this in theater, half the people were like on their cell phone, like not in the theater, but like, I mean, like when, like in the movie, in that scene, like half of them were like on their iPods, phones. I'm just like, that's brilliant. That's so fun. I'm like, that's great. It's like, that's kind of like what people are today, and really, I'm like that today. You will see me on the SkyTrain, being like, on my iPod, listening to my headphones, like that. I'm like, that's really smart. I love that. What else do I love? The look on the Indominus Rex. I will defend this. I think it looked great. So many people are saying he looks terrible, and so many people who make the argument that they should have been full on out. You're fucking idiots. I'm sorry, but you are idiots if you really think they should have gone all out. Do you really think they would have went, like, you know, Sharknado level of insanity type of thing? And people, by the way, the people who say that's a smarter route so they can go falling out, well, guess what? This is a dinosaur movie. Not only is it a dinosaur movie, but the way it is shown and represented, it cannot afford, nor should it do that. Because as far as you want to argue for it, this movie is kind of does try to be realistic. You know, like, these creatures did once exist. They did once exist. Granted, we don't know how they completely look, because color and all that type of stuff. But we have the blueprints, we have the bone structures, we have all this stuff. And the fact that they have to build a new dinosaur from the ground up, while taking the idea of half T-Rex and half raptors and other dinosaurs like that, I thought it was smart, and they should not, they should not have gone full on out. As much as you may not want to admit it, they need to keep it realistic for the sake of dinosaurs. And you're saying really, but I'm saying really back, because this is a dinosaur movie, okay? This is a dinosaur movie. This is so fictionalized, okay? It's like, granted, you can think all you want in this movie, but don't forget, we're watching a movie where we are bringing dinosaurs back to life. Are you gonna get this upset? Because if so, then I will tell you that you may be being a bit too, I don't know, what's the word? Greedy. That's it. You're being too greedy if you really think they should have. But I thought everything was just exceptional. Like, yes, the structures, the characters are like, Bryce Dallas Howard's more of the stick up character. Is very straight, very very direct. Like, she's not really willing to have that much fun or goof off that much. And granted, she does go through the change of being more fun, a bit more proactive, a bit more outgoing, kind of like Chris Pratt. So I like, yes, these characters go through similar arcs. Like, it's kind of like Emily Blunt in Edge of Tomorrow. Like, her character arc is, like, we've seen it all before, but goddamn, do they play the hell out of their roles well. It really, really, just, for me, I thought it was incredibly great. I thought the way they represented this world, it really brought us in, very much like SeaWorld, or very much like Disneyland. Like, it went, like, they showed a lot of, like, propaganda. I won't say propaganda, but they would show, like, a lot of advertisements. It was, like, so modern, up to date. Like, there was a tourist store, there's places of bones, you can see areas of, like, almost like a farm area, but you can see the little small dinosaurs, like, at youth age. And, like, I love that. It kind of went a whole across the border of trying to appease everyone, almost like this global scale. It really was trying to please everyone, and I really respect the film for doing that. And seeing a Mesosaurus was the water creature. If you don't know what a Mesosaurus is, just look it up. Mesosaurus. That dinosaur was awesome as hell. And seeing the pterodactyls was even cooler, and the Dominus Rex looks incredibly great, I gotta say. I love the look of it. They did keep it realistic, even though it was kind of built from ground up. I'm still going to find out no matter what you may say. Sorry, I just gotta bring that up. But yeah, I thought it was just great. The arcs that you see was great. Like the pterodactyl attack, the way they represented everyone going into this Jurassic World for the first time on those trains into there. I'm like, that's great. That is so good. I'm like, and I love it. It's like, and it takes place on the island that the first movie was on. Was also the second one or whatever. But, yeah, I just loved it. And there's like some great hints of kind of like great tributes and great send-offs to the original, but they're very, very smart and subtle. And like, one of the guys was wearing a Jurassic Park shirt, and Bryce Dallas Howard was kind of like, this kind of distasteful. He's like, I know, but it's so monumental. I just love it so much. And I'm like, I understand that. It's like wearing a World War II. Oh my god. Never mind, I shouldn't have said something like that. What else did I love about this movie? This is, once again, improvised. I'm sorry if I haven't structured this. The ending, which I will not talk about because I said before that I'm going to make a spoiler video for this movie. The way it ended, I thought was exceptional. Again, I'm not going to... fuck it. I booked my own goal. No, I haven't. Got planned now. What I really also loved about this movie was... here's something great to bring up, is that at the time during the 90s when they made the first movie, is that they kind of could restrict it to the more noteworthy type of dinosaurs. Like you could see Brachiosaurus, you could see Triceratops, you could see T-Rex and Raptors. But in this movie, because not just technology, but science has gotten so much further, that they have really diversified, and there's hundreds of dinosaurs, not hundreds, maybe thousands of dinosaurs we know right now. And that the film kind of gives us more variety and more views, and the structure, it really just brings out such a great feeling with this film. I kind of went off track and I kind of lost my focus. I'm sorry. Shit, that was stupid of me. But Um, Nevertheless, there's some last things before I end this video and I talk about my spoiler video. Is that the music, the main theme by John Williams, when it really hits you, is like dun, 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 that classical music that you hear in the movies. It's like when they show that and they show all these buildings in the movie, I'm just like, it was literally like a tidal wave of nostalgia and memory of the past of seeing the past movies. Is like, whoa! It was like bigger and better, and everything was kind of upgraded in a smarter way. Granted, the film does have some problems. I'm not gonna talk about those problems yet, but something I also felt like they did well was they made it bigger and better on scope and cinematography. Like there's a lot more wide shots, there's a lot more aerial shots in the air, and they could take those really big, diversify shots and really make it on a bigger scale, almost like this. They took up a whole island. They showed it. They said they took up a whole island, and I'm just like, brilliant. I wanted it to be much more bigger because the first movie, take it for what you want, because there's a sense with the first movie that it kind of felt like it was. They said in the first movie that it is on a portion of an island. It seemed like in this movie they were kind of like, all right, let's pay tribute to John Hammond and let's take this stuff, but make it 3.5 times bigger. And I love that. And I thought I have something in my mind. I'm just like, I forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it. But yeah, there's some pretty stupid moments. Like people want to bring up like the whole matches thing. Like how can he have matches if he fell in the water? And Bryce Dallas Howard with the high heels. Like, you know what? If that bothers you, fine, and I understand why. But you know what? They bring dinosaurs back to life, so I guess anything can happen. Now, heck, there actually is waterproof matches. I don't know for sure. But in the end, Jurassic World, well, by the way, I want to say is that, here's the thing I wanted to say before I forgot, is that so many people are giving this film so many unfair, unjust, uncomprehendable comparisons to the first. If you're going to be that nitpicky, and if you're going to be that upset about it, then you know what? Fuck off. Because if I don't really want to hear it. For me, it's like the comparisons to the first. It's like, fucking really? Are you going that low with your arguments to compare with the first? Like, as much as I love this movie, it's nowhere near as good as the first. It's nowhere near as magical or as awe-inspiring or anything like that as the first. Okay? We're not gonna get that greatness. Once again, it's like once you got the first magic in the franchise, it's wonderful. Keep it going. It's eventually gonna, that flare that once had will die out. So you can't expect it to be consistently having the same type of feeling of magic within it. Again, nothing I'll bring up is the music by John Williams is phenomenal. Like I said in my Jurassic Park review, in my opinion, the best theme music ever. It's better than Star Wars. Like I said before, I mean that. It's better than Star Wars. It's better than Lord of the Rings of theme music itself. Like I can listen to this soundtrack over and over and over again, and it will still have the same impact on me. But in the end, and of course, like, you know, when this movie comes out on DVD, then you can make damn sure that I will spend my $20 on this DVD because it is truly worth it. And I personally, genuinely love this movie. This is possibly like top 3 of the year so far, in my opinion. Like this is probably better than the Avengers, maybe, but not as good as Mad Max. Like, is it as good or not as Mad Max? I don't know for sure, but I need to think about that. But till then, everyone, this is basically my review of Jurassic Park. Of Jurassic World, and I really hope you enjoyed it. And as always, everyone, I will have my spoiler-filled video coming out soon. And until then, everyone, I'm out. Oh wait, last thing, rating. Well, put it on a 100% scale. I will say this film has problems. I acknowledge those problems. However, I will not let it bring it down that far from me, in my view. Like, this film has a 70% Rotten Tomatoes, and I'm like, no, it doesn't deserve to be that. Like, smacked behind the head for what they did wrong hard. It's like, I'm gonna give this film a 94, 93. I'm gonna give it a 93%. Yes, it has problems, and take it for what's it granted or not of the problems, but you know what? Where I think this film does right, it does it exceptionally right. And I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't like this movie. But in the end, I absolutely loved, and I was truly blown away by Jurassic World. Remember this, everyone. My most anticipated movies of this year: Avengers, Mad Max, Jurassic World, Spectre, Star Wars. 3 of those, Jurassic World, Mad Max, The Avengers, did not let me down. And yeah, I am excited. I am excited to talk about the things I will talk about in my video of the spoilers coming out. Till then, everyone, that's my rating for this movie. I really loved it, and I hope to see what you guys think of this movie down there in the comment section down below. As always, everyone, thank you very much for watching. As always, click that big red subscribe button down below to see more future videos from me. As always, till then, everyone, I'm Jack, and I'll see you till next time. I'm out.